And you feel very strongly about this, don't you? And so strongly, Lewis, that you've written a letter, haven't you, to the pharmaceutical company. This is the company that make this drug that you believe would make you better. Would you like to read the letter to me? Could you read it to me?
Dear Mrs. Hunt, you have the medicine that can make me feel much better and not have to spend so much time in hospital. Please sell it to my country. If your son had cystic fibrosis, I know you would understand and lower the price of Orkambi. Thank you. Lewis Walker, aged 8.
That is a very good letter, and not only is it a good letter, look at this beautiful handwriting. That is fantastic handwriting.
It's really good. And Mum Christina, your idea or his idea?
His idea to write a letter to Theresa May in May, and then he said something to me on Monday morning that I just said, well, that's another letter, Lewis, but this time to the drug company. And he said, OK, and he wrote it.
So explain to us, Christina, about this drug. This is a drug called Orkambi, Orkambi, and you believe that this is a drug that could help a lot of people suffering with cystic fibrosis. But the problem, it seems, is that it's too expensive for the NHS to buy. Is that pretty much the simple version?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. There's about 4,000 people in the UK who could benefit from Orkambi immediately. And we know from people that have been on trials or that have had it in other countries like Ireland, it's just transforming their life. So some people that are really ill, who couldn't walk up the stairs unaided, can now lead normal lives, have gone on to university. See, some people have been on this for 5 years through the trials and in Ireland.
Well, we can see there Lewis putting his head back because he's so
He's tired. He's tired. And a lot of this is a race against time as well, because this particular drug, since you started asking and making these requests, his lung capacity is affected, isn't it, even in that short space of time? Tell us about that. Yeah, so with cystic fibrosis, it's a constant battle. You go from one, what we call exacerbation, which is a chest infection, period of illness, to the next. So last summer, Lewis had a great lung function, 95%. He got a bug in his lungs. It went down to 57% within 3 months. We spent a month in King's College Hospital. That was rotten, wasn't it? He had to have an operation, long line in his arm for intravenous antibiotics. And how does having cystic fibrosis make you feel every day? Can you explain how you feel today? You're a bit tired today, aren't you? Do you ache?
Really no.
You don't really know. Is it hard to breathe sometimes? Yeah. It's not good. Cystic fibrosis on a day-to-day basis, what does it involve for him and you? So this morning, for example, we didn't get up here till late, so he didn't go to sleep till 11:30, but I still had to wake him at 7:15 to do 2 inhalers, a nebulizer, medicines, running up and down the corridor, huffing and coughing, which is physio. So even when your child's really tired, even when it's Christmas Day, when it's their birthday, every day they have to do that, morning and night. Yeah. It's relentless. So technically, it's an inherited condition. It causes sticky mucus to build up in the lungs and the digestive system, and it gets progressively worse. It does. The problem is that the drug is very expensive, approximately £100,000 per patient per year we would be talking about. So that seems to be the stumbling block. That is. What are the NHS doing? Are they talking to the pharmaceutical company? Do you think that they might come to an agreement? Well, they are, and we believe that there is going to be another meeting, and we really urge that to happen, urgently. We beg both sides. The NHS did make an offer in July, which for the NHS, they said it was the largest ever financial commitment for a rare disease. Yeah. But it's still not enough to secure the drug. Vertex, the pharmaceutical company involved in all of this, they say, we share the frustration of Lewis and the thousands of people in England with cystic fibrosis who are still waiting for access to our medicines. NHS England significantly undervalues, although I know you're saying it's the highest offer, and they say it's the highest offer they've ever made for a particular drug. They say NHS England significantly undervalues the benefits of our medicines for patients, and that threatens our continued ability to work towards finding a cure. We urge them to come to the table so patients in England don't have to wait any longer and can join in the US and Europe, who already have access to these important medicines today, which must be very, very frustrating for you to hear.
It is. There's two sentences in that which make me really cross, and I know that the campaign group share this too. Most of them they always start their press releases with the sentence, "We share your frustration." How can they? They don't have a child with cystic fibrosis. They hold the medicines in their hand. They could sell it to the NHS tomorrow if they lowered the price.
Yeah.
And as Lewis says, if they had children with cystic fibrosis, they would.
Now, he sent the letter off to Downing Street. Did you get a response?
From Theresa May, again, we feel frustration with the other side as well, because this is Lewis's letter from Theresa May in June, which you were very pleased to get, weren't you? A personalised letter, which was great, and a promise in the Houses of Parliament when his letter was read out to her by an MP that she wanted to see a speedy resolution and that she would meet with ministers. Things blew up over Brexit and then summer recess, and nothing's happened from government ministers either.
I do hope something happens, whether it's Vertex or NHS England. Somebody's got to do the right thing involved in all of this. NHS England said, "We have made a final proposal to Vertex, and if accepted, it would represent the largest ever financial commitment of its type in the 70-year history of the NHS. We very much hope that Vertex chooses to act responsibly and accept this deal."